money for their family, because if they eventually serve the land of Owerri State, Okigwe State, and Olu State, nobody will go back alive. I stand in the words of Muslim they can say, we are going to draw them with every means to our land. And after drawing them, they will end up, none of them will go back alive. And the prophecy is gradually fulfilling. So I'm not surprised if they come. Many of them who have been who does those days and sending the soldier they send, none of them went back alive. They have not been able to tell them the truth. So we never mind. So, but then the only thing there that 1967 to 70 is not, 2023 is not 1967. So they should be aware of that. Men and women are raised and mentally and physically fit. They are equal to the task. We have given us our PM, has given us a level of the that have been depriving us from level that we are meant to go.
Can you hear him again?
We can't hear you again. We can't hear you. Please, you can again. We have our brother.
Excuse me, Jaja, can I say something?
Go ahead. Just 1 minute. We
Yeah,
have.
yes, I just want to make note of the presence of the coordinator of Germany. Okay, son, is our coordinator. So he has been raising his hand. If you can call him, Mazi, okay, you are welcome, sir. You are welcome. He's okay, son.
Thank you.
It's actually Mazi, okay, the coordinator of Germany.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, admin, yes, it's our Germany coordinator. Thank you.
Okay, son, you can unmute yourself.
Thank you very much. Mother Biafra Warrior Queen.
You are welcome, sir. You are highly welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I don't even know that I'm recognized here with this sweetie name. Okay, son. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's great to be in your midst today. Is it permission to speak on, or just
go ahead? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, all of you great children of Elohim. Actually, I've been in some time ago, but left. Pleased to be able to join back today. Just seeing what is on the table about Hope Uzodinjo and his cohorts. Yeah, actually, I must first of all appreciate all of you here.
Minister,
because it's not easy.
Good evening, Minister.
One thing I have just realized recently is that not only Hope Uzodinjo, even these other gangsters that call themselves whatever name they call themselves, they have resumed their activities. It seems they are always on whenever election is around the corner. Whatever their name is, I saw them recently brawling here and there about election must take place, and so they must speak on to be able to get their pays. And on Hope Uzodinjo, when he first came in, we all know how he came in. I heard him bragging at this thing that he has been longing for a very long time. That is the governorship or whatever whatever. Now that he has gotten it, do you expect him to relinquish it? He was kind of bragging to his listeners. That means he is willing to do anything within his reach to make sure that he remains there and that he is going to last his 8 years. So that means from inception, he already knew that he is going to stay there for 8 years long. So imagine such a threat, such a brawl on such a bragada. So that means they are not actually in for election. We all know that it's about a selection. So he has taken that up from the very day he entered there, that he must stay there because he has been longing to be whatever he is. And he got it somehow from whoever he got that position is. So he must be there, he said. Another one is how he came in. We know that something happened in 2 states during that time. One, Bayelsa, and Imo State. What did the Fulani do then? I think they even sanctioned or cancelled the election in Bayelsa. Also sudden, they overturned that election, gave it back to either the PDP, and then brought in Hope Uzodinjo somehow. That was just when I knew that the Fulanis wanted something in that heartland of Biafra, the Owerri. So it's not only Hope Uzodinjo that is playing on. We know who his masters are, the Fulanis. Those are the ones we are going to tackle hell-bent. And this fight must not only be left alone for either the BLA, the Prime Minister, or whoever. We all must join hands together to make sure that what we want, no election in Imo State, stands. How do we do that? It is said that it is not only those who led the chariots, stabilizes the chariots during turmoil, but those sitting in it as well. So the media, whoever, we must all join hands, get down the information. If it entails cutting our friends, brothers, sisters, relatives, giving them mandate, unless you do this, you will not get any further penny from me if you are aiding somebody down there. I did this some time ago, before just recently during this their election. I had one of my cousin that needed something from me. The moment I realized he joined election or party, I cut off with him. He was crying, brother, what you promised me, you didn't. I did not even tell him why I cut off every relationship and tangle with him. Until lately, I told him, okay, you joined the election, so be it. Enjoy it. Then he realized why I stopped whatever thing I promised to send out to him. I cut everything up just for joining politics and to campaign for one candidate or the other. So we must all take these stringent measures to make sure that they listen. If you have relations, brothers, cousins, so that you have been helping somehow, tell them if they don't follow this path, nothing more, no more goodies. If we are 50 and do this and take these actions or measures down there, maybe all these nuts, these hard brains that refuse to listen, they will start to listen. They will start to listen. That is our responsibility, to make sure that we help on get this message down in whichever way. It must not be easy, in whichever way. Because if we leave the BLA or our gallant men alone to do it, it might not get down where there is to them. But we, as well, have to play our roles and make sure that those that listen to us, our relations down there, follow suit. That is what I want to chip in there. So, brothers and sisters, let us all join hands together. Not just you are doing great in this media. There is a media dissemination That is great. I cherish all of you. It's not easy, but we must play it harder. Make sure that those who look up to us or look up on us listen in a harder way. It will get down well. Maybe that is the only language that they need to listen to. We should not leave it alone or all alone to our gallant men down there. Hope Uzodinjo must not stand the chance of reclaiming himself or declaring himself another court-ordained whoever in Imo State. Let us do it and do it in a different way, my brothers. Thank you very much. If I'm still on, maybe I'll still have to chip in one thing or the other, but this fight must be carried out and make sure we win it. Thank you, and God bless you all. In Chukwuemeka Abema's name. Thank you.
Mister, thank you so much, my brother. God bless you so much. We have Paul Ezebma, but before then, Maziani, can you use just 1 minute you spoken before? Use 1 minute to make your submission after you Rage and Fury. We use 1 minute, then Paul Ezebma will go. Maziani, unmute yourself.
Thank you very much, Mazi Anakonam. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity. I don't have much to say, but it's something that escaped my mind to chip in concerning the election. So that to look into the church, because what Brother Ebuka Obi said, in fact, I was shocked that somebody who called himself, I'm a Christian, but I must be you who I will say it the way it is. I have heard Ebuka Obi where he prophesied the coming of Biafra, and at the same time he now prophesying in Nigeria to stay by telling us that in Imo State he has at least no family, that he has everybody in each family.
No be
So,
juju be that.
not be juju be that. You have prophesied the coming of Biafra. You prayed for us and kind of very good. Then we are happy listening to you. At the same time, now you are telling us the coming and the staying of one Nigeria, and advising, telling us that you have members. That means you are handing all your members to Hope Uzodinjo, which you know is Udenene, which you know how he entered from fourth position, which you know since the Hope Uzodinjo came into Imo State, that Imo State is a war zone. The same person. And also telling us that if you are talking to politicians, you must design it in a way that the person will not be provoked, because without them, church cannot grow. That they will stop sponsoring the church. Oh my God. You see, they will stop sponsoring the church. Is this the church of God or church of devil? So when you look into it, if you have a discernment spirit, you will know. Sometimes I say they made them juju, or because of love of money. So now you see what happened on the last election. They use this church, inside the church, Catholic church. If I'm a Catholic, but I can't tell you because of I'm a Catholic to they use some Catholic churches to they hide themselves there voting. In those areas that I'm suggesting, if there is any measure to take, to cover the whole thing, then let us do it, and do it very well, because these politicians, they are deadly. They can do anything. They can think. They can even decide maybe if our intelligent men can also, they can even decide to, since there is 9 from 9, then they can do the election on 8 or 10. So we must be always alert. It happened during the handover of Tinubu. The date of handover is still ahead, but they come down and do the handover. Then that day of handover is now a ceremony. So in all this area, should be look into it and put the necessary measure. Thank you very much for giving me another opportunity. I hit my mic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mazi Rejan Furi, please can you
Please,
unmute
can you
yourself?
unmute yourself?
Please, 1 minute.
Good evening for my location, and thank you very much for the second chance you was given to me. And our brother Oku the number, right, was saying something that nobody has faced what he has faced. But I want to let him know that there are thousands of us that have even faced worse than what he has faced. We live right here in Nigeria, and we know how it is. So that is not what I'm going into. But the reason why I actually wanted to talk again is I just want to give respect to some people that really deserve it. You know, a lot of things have happened in this struggle, and first of all, I want to wish Mr. Charles, that is Madam Azuka Huntsman, happy birthday in arrears. And I want to really commend their silence so far for everything that is happening. This is an example to all of us. Like one speaker said, that our PM has learned from what happened to our leader. So once there is anything, he doesn't really want to give a second chance. So if that happens, I think people should take it in good faith and say support the movement in good faith. So this is what I call Madam Azuka and Gaddafi. I'm actually referring to them. This is what I call leadership by example. They have been in places of leadership before. They did not try. They worked very well. But the stage we are at, the stage we are now, that the heat may be too much for some people to carry on. And their silence, I must say, is golden. And I really want to commend them for it. Let them keep it up. Wherever they are, whether in sound or in silence, they will still fight for the freedom of their people. God bless you. That is why I want to speak. Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for that. Paul Lezema, please unmute yourself.
Thank you, everyone. I stand on existing protocol. I really don't want to talk, but something strike me to talk. Our brother here, he lamented what he was passing through. It's not even only him; a lot of us, are passing through that the same situation. And our brother Woto, he broke down. He couldn't comment. He was crying. See, let me tell you guys, it's not an easy situation. Most of us are going through a lot. It's only Biafra that will set us free. It's only Biafra is our hope. On a serious note, a lot of people have given up. A lot of people are still hoping on, carrying on, because we know we are at the end of the tunnel and we are seeing the light. And that light is Biafra. It's not an easy task. I will encourage you to keep on keeping on. Keep hope alive. Our Prime Minister, it is suscitated this agitation, from agitation to liberation right now. When everything was sold in our eyes, they were telling us that they are working on the ground for over 2 years, counting. Except that our PM intervened. most of us would have known what went wrong. And most of us would have just been in the river. So we cover our eyes. You know, so please, my people, I know it's not easy. Be strong. Be strong. We are almost there. In regards to Imo State, what happened in Imo State? No selection, because they don't do election. What they do is selection. Everybody knows that. And the world is holding on to Imo State right now. What do we have there was a Supreme Court administrator that was implanted to kill our people. What he saw him doing was what he signed up to do. Because Emeka Ihedioha, who was there for 7 months before court did their magic, was asked to do the same thing Hope Uzodinjo was doing, but he said no, he don't want to kill his people. That's the reason why they took the mandate from him. They gave it to Hope Uzodinjo, who was willing to do undoable. That's why you saw him killing. And he bragged that even if only one person remained in Imo State, that he will still be ruling them. That's the reason why you see him importing all the armored tank, committing all the atrocities in Imo State, because that's what he signed up to do. Nobody should make any mistake. This is not a coincidence. This is exactly what he signed up to do, because he was part of Otokoto. So this is exactly what he's doing. In regards to our PM, what he did was the right thing to do. If you have been in this struggle for long, when our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sold out, most of the people here, you might not be aware. I am part of the people that was in that meeting, 19th June 2021, the day Onyendu was kidnapped. We were in the meeting waiting for him. And that day he wanted to reshuffle the cabinet. That was the same day, because some people had information that he was about to do this. That was the day he was kidnapped. So I 100% supported what our PM did, because he said whatever that happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he will use it as a lesson, so that before they will get him, they will just get the spoon. Because when you eat with a Satan, you eat with a long spoon. That's exactly what our PM is doing. Reshuffling of our cabinet is the right thing to do. Because that's the only way you will see those who are genuinely fighting for this freedom and those who are there to make money. Because when something happens, you see them, they will enter market and start propagating propaganda and a lot of things. So I 100% supported what our PM did, because he said, I will be your end. When he was crying, asking for 1,000 men's wisdom, some people have not known the struggle. Why is it that it's only him our leader chose? Even when our leader was kidnapped, he gave instruction and he said, let Simon pilot these affairs. Hand over the BIAFRA to Simon. There is a spiritual connection. And when we say BIAFRA is a spirit, except your spiritual, your really detailed in spirit, you will know how the spirit of our leader and Mazi PM connected together. He said it on many occasions that he will take word from our leader's mouth in dungeon. A lot of people don't understand that. That is spiritual connection. So whatever he is doing, let me tell you, if the God of the land is not supporting you, how far we have come, we could have not gotten to this extent. It's because the spirit of Biafra, our ancestors who died in this struggle, are flowing most of us here. Most of us here hold a sensitive post. They do a lot of things for Biafra, but we never hear it in their mouth. But we thank God for giving us the privilege to carry on. And I'm going to plead with anybody. If you have been in this struggle for long, please, I know it's not easy. I know there is a lot of temptation on the way. Be strong. Hang in there. We will get to our freedom. Please don't forget. Tomorrow is our fundraising. Whatever you have, whatever thing you have, you don't even have to wait for the fundraising. Every day is fundraising for us. We have seen the action on the ground, and that action required resources. To stop this selection required resources. Our men are there willing to do what they have to do, because we know for sure that it's nothing like election, it's selection. Even the drug warlord, upon all the records, because Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is a British business company. It was under Commonwealth. British government makes decision for Nigeria. That's why they impose drug warlord and a Boko Haram commander as your vice president. Please do what you can. Donate to www.ipobinusa.org/donate. Pay your Biafran liberation tax. That the men are doing what they have to do. We are not in the refugee camp, nicknamed IDP camp, to deceive the world. It's because of the men on the ground. Self-defense is what we are doing. They have pushed off the wall to the wall. You saw what happened in Israel while the lady was raped, cut into pieces. Our leader, Mazen Namdekano, cried, pleaded with all the stooges. See, they did not do anything. That was how Eastern Security Network was born. So please do your part. I'm going to leave it here for us to talk. I love you, my people.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Paul Ezema, for that wonderful submission. It is a priority and a task that we must have to protect our land. It is our duty to defend our lives, our women and our children from the aggression of the terrorists of the Fulani One Nigeria. Thank you so much. Praise Elohim, please. If you're there, can you unmute yourself? Praise Elohim, are you there? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Praise Elohim, are you there?
We are hearing you.
I don't think Praise Elohim is there. At the absence of Praise Elohim, we must have to continue. Our Minister of Information, I don't know how much time we have, but we must have to continue. The message is one, and one thing alone, and that is that we can no longer validate the terrorist caliphate in our land. We have suffered a lot. We have been slaughtered enough. We have been dehumanized enough. We have been chased out of our land. Our best have been chased out of our land. Our women are roaming all over the world without husbands. Our men are roaming all over the world without wives. Our men are struggling day and night just to put food on their table. But we have a land that is flowing with milk and honey. But for the fact that it has been occupied by the terrorists, we cannot do anything about it. There's nothing we can do to remedy the situation. Rather, we were just surviving each day as it comes by. Surviving each day I'm praying to Elohim for a day like this to come. And the prayers of the Biafrans has been heard. Just like Elohim heard the crying and the groaning of the children of Israel in the land of Egypt. And he sent a Redeemer to redeem them from the hands of their slave masters. The same way Elohim have sent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same way he have sent Mazi Simon Ekpa. For one assignment and one purpose alone, to redeem the children of God, the men and women, the sons and the daughters of the rising sun, from the hands of the terrorists, from the hands of the jihadists. And these men have sat down to make research, and they were asking themselves, how do we manage to find ourselves in this terrorist camp? Just like our people will say, if you don't know where the rain started beating you, you will not know where it gets and the thing stopped. They have to put their eyes inside the water to find out, how do we landed ourselves in this terrorist camp? And they discovered that forcefully we were gerrymandered into Nigeria. What happened?
Our minister.
It's like the minister is having a network problem.
Yes. They just wrote it now. But go ahead. I think
Sonny,
they're connecting.
can you minimize your distance? Go out, then you come in. If you're using Android, just don't end the space. Just go out, then you come in. Then the whole thing will stop.
Please mute me.
You're okay now. You're okay now.
Okay, fire on, sir.
Thank you so much. They find out that the only way we find ourselves in this terrorist camp is through forceful marriage. Then I ask another question. What has been the thing that have been giving this thing life? What has been sustaining it? This ungodly marriage, what has been sustaining it since 1914 to date? That the rich wife, like they called us, have now said, I will not marry again. And they find out that in 1967, 1970, that the rich wife run back home with a fight, telling her people, I will not marry again. And their kingsmen were silent to her yearning. Some of her kinsmen from the back door collected money from her husband and paid deaf ears to her cry and groaning of anguish. And they forced her back to her husband's house. And ever since then till now, her children has been dying on daily basis. These are the things that Mazi Nnamdi cannot find out.
These are the things Master Simon Ekpa find out. And since then till now, they have used only one tool to make sure that we remain on this ungodly marriage. And that too is every 4 years validation of our slavery and our terrorists and the terrorizing of our people. They find out for the fact they have lured Ojukwu, our fathers, to this union of terrorism after every 4 years. So long as we, the children, are maintaining this status quo every 4 years, we will never get off our slavery. This terrorism will never cease in our land. Those that came before us tried their best to run back home. But the world and those we call our kingsmen pushed us back and said we must remain there. That the marriage is favoring them. So it doesn't matter how long we cry. For the fact that the man is bringing money from my rich purse and giving to them from the backyard, they are okay with it. But this generation has not only said that we are going home. They are here to destroy that bloodline, that thing that have been sustaining this unsustainable entity. It has been destroyed. The last stinge is what we are cutting off bit by bit. And that is the revalidation of the terrorist entity of Nigeria. And we are going to show it, the example with this Imo state, and it will spread all over Biafra land. The de facto government in homeland will take over their territory. The Biafra Republic government in exile will take over their territory. The Biafrans has come to define their territory. If you find yourself in that territory that have been defined with a map that is out there for you to see, you will know that you are in another man's territory. That every other thing that you used to know that is a government is now in the past. Is no more business as usual. Thank you so much, Biafrans. My brother, praise Elohim if you are there now. You can unmute yourself.
Thank you. It's my honor to thank our Minister of Information, Mazi Sonia Barawa. I salute you. I salute my co-host, Utunwa, and then Jaja, I salute you.
Otunwa Mwanya.
Utunwa Mwanya, I salute you. Jaja God, our media guru, space guru, I salute you. And all my brothers. Oh, my minister, Mazugo, I salute you. Salute everyone on space. I may not be able to name everyone, but I salute everyone. I want to specifically talk to this evangelist, Evangelist Ebuka. You are a disgrace to the clergy. You are a disgrace to the priesthood. You said every member, all families in Okigwe State, all families in Olu State, all families in Owerri State, That's the former Imo State. They are all members of your organization, because I am constrained not to call it a church, because you have disgraced the body of Christ. And as a result, you are now campaigning for a murderer, a known murderer, a confirmed murderer. This is a man that came on live broadcast, on video, and he said he want to bomb his citizens. This is a man that killed our young people that went for marriage, traditional marriage. This is a man that have killed and killed and killed. Evangelist Ebuka, I never heard you raise your voice to complain of the atrocities of Hope Uzodinjo. Now, because he's starting a road leading to either your father's compound or whatever, then he's now a good man. Not minding all the innocent bloods he have wasted in Biafra land. This blood that have been crying for vengeance. You know the Bible. If I presume you know the Bible. You know that the blood of innocent Abel was crying. Evangelist Ebuka, you came on live telecast, on last video, to elongate, to promote, to support a killer of your congregation. So to say, I saw you on another clip where you were saying that the politicians are those that pay tithes and offering. Oh no. No wonder Peter says in the later days, they will make merchandise of people. And you are proven to be an example of what Peter was talking about. That in the later days, they will make merchandise of the people. You said the politicians, you will be diplomatic in talking to them. You will be diplomatic. A man of God will be diplomatic in talking to them, because they are the ones that pay tithe and the offering. And if you are not diplomatic in addressing them, they will stop supporting the church with their tithe and offering. Oh yeah. Is that what Jesus taught? Who is your leader? Jesus is the head of the church. Is that what he taught you? Is it not the same Jesus that looked at the Pharisees and the Sadducees right in their eyes, eyeball to eyeball, and said to them, "Ye hypocrites"? He called them whited sepulchres. Is it not the same Jesus that looked at Herod and said, "Go and tell that fox"? Herod was the governor of Judea. He said, "Go and tell that fox." But today, we armed robbers are sponsoring your organization. Politicians that have killed and killed, that wasted blood, are sponsoring your organization. I hope your members are listening. And because of this, you want to be diplomatic in talking to them, and therefore jeopardize our freedom. Let it be a warning to you. Any other man of God or men of God or women of God that raises their voice to support you will be added to the list. You are proven to be against the freedom of your people, of your very congregation. Evil politicians, murderers, armed robbers, killers are the one that paying tithe and offering, and you are rejoicing. You say, if they don't, who will support the organization? What a pity. What a slap on Christianity. What a slap on the church, on the body of Christ. Biafrans are waiting for you. That road you said, Uzodinjo will. Let's see how that election will take place. Because there's not going to be any election in any of these three states, the former Imo states, Okigwe, Owerri, and Olu. There's not going to be any election. Our Biafran Liberation Army will be everywhere to monitor those killers that Uzodinjo have brought in to these three states. You are a disgrace to the church. You are a disgrace to the priesthood. You are a disgrace to the clergy. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. I weep for so-called men of God. You are not the only man of God, though. I am also a man of God. I'm also a preacher of the gospel. But for you to say you have to be your organization has to be supported by filthy lucre. The Bible talks about those of you who are after filthy lucre, and you have shown to yourself as one of them. You came openly to tell the whole world that you need to romance, you need to be careful, you need to know how, you need to massage your ways, you need to romance your ways in order to talk to the politicians, wicked politicians, evil politicians, drug barons, and certificate forgers. You need to, those whose Supreme Court have brought from number 4 to number 1. You need to know how, because of tithe and offering. Please, let me yield the mic here. Thank you. My fellow brothers and sisters, let's keep the fire on. I want to salute our men on ground. They are doing gallantly. And tomorrow, let's come out and support in any form, in any way. May God bless every one of us in Jesus' name. I yield the mic here for now.
Yes, Judge, are you there?
Thank you so much, my brother, for that wonderful submission. You know, the scripture made everything very clear, but that is not what we are here to talk about. Anyone can believe in whatever thing that he believes in. Anybody can protest whatever he wants to protest. The time that they use, I see vision, I see this and see that, and deceive our people, those days has come and it have gone. The days that I do this one, I'm a man of God, I'm a man of, nobody is a man of Satan. So long as you're breathing, you are being created by God. But whatever you make out of your life is your own cup of tea, and you will give an account of it. But there are people that have crept in the fold, in the household, of faith to make merchandise of it, and these are those people. The only way to know them is the way they go about their business, because the gospel has become a business to them, and these are the people that the scripture said that they are making merchandise of the shepherd that have been given to them to guide. Today, men are buying pastors for themselves, people that will be telling them what they want to hear and not the gospel of truth. I asked this Ebukobi, where are John the Baptist of our time? Where are the prophet Micahs of our time that will confront David and tell him a riddle that in a
Yes, so, yes, so, yes,
that there's a
so.
place that the king has a lot of things and he has a visitor. And he has a visitor. And he went to a poor man, a poor wretched man, that had only one sheep that he plays with. Their sheep is his companion. That sheep is everything. And this rich man that has everything that money can buy, that he can lay his hand, went there and picked that one sheep and slaughter it and prepared dish for her visitor. And David said, that man is worth dying. That man will be killed. Who is that man? That man will not see the rising sun on the next day. And Michael looked David in his eyes and said, that man is you. What you did with the wife of Uriah is abomination. And not only you take her wife, his wife, you killed him, you planned to kill him, and you killed him. And David fell on the floor and recognized that he had sinned. But the preachers we have in the damnable republic, do you need any prophet now to tell you that what that have been sustaining this unsustainable are these people that gather you in one room to preach to you? That allows you to jump up and down, hitting your heads on the four walls of the building that they use your money also to build, to pray and cast out demons that are not there chasing you. Demons have been complaining. Devil has been complaining all this while. I've been asking, why is the devil complaining? Are you not a bad person again? Are you not the one that revolted against God? Are you not the disobedient son anymore? He said, but the thing that the allegation being leveled against him from Nigeria is overwhelming. The lies are too much. He knows that he's a liar and the father of all liars, but the ones emanating from Nigeria is overwhelming. And it's not coming from a layman's mouth. It is coming from the altar, from the high place. We are in a very big mess. If it were not to be Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa today, we are in a big mess. In the next 20, 30 years to come, this place will be changed to a vampire state. Do you see what is happening in Yoruba land? People are proudly butchering their fellow human beings and sharing the parts and cooking them to eat. And they are making video. And they are making video of it. What else do you need to tell you that you don't have future in Nigeria? That the only thing that awaits you in Nigeria is your doom. Your doom. I used to sit down now and I would sit down and begin to analyze my life from the cradle, from my nursery days, from my primary days. I used to sit down and be analyzing all these things. I can't place it. I can't help it. There are some movies I used to watch, all these Asian movies that I used to watch. I will see how people are being maltreated. I will say, oh, it is a movie. This thing is still happening. Because those days as a child, whatever you see in a movie, you say, that thing is happening immediately. You will never know that is action, acting, a story of your story. What you're undergoing, they are using it, they will change it and reform it and use it to make money. You will also be the one to be watching your story, your suffering, the one that your fathers are suffering, that you're going to grow and meet. They are showing it to you. When we were small, we'll go to Windows because we don't have television then. We'll go to Windows, those that has a television before my dad now buy television. We'll go and they will be peeping from the window to see what we are going to face in the nearest future. I never knew that this is my future. This is the future of as many that are born in this contraption. That this is their future. The maltreatment, the malhandling, the injustice, the reigning of tyranny, saying the truth and being killed, loving lies, and backing up those that are liars, backing up those that kill people, honoring, giving them award for killing people. I never knew that this is the future. But those days that we are in school, that they are telling you, you are the future, you are the leaders of tomorrow, and you are visualizing yourself being the president, and you are visualizing yourself being the senator, and you are visualizing yourself being the next local government chairman, and you're visualizing yourself, seeing yourself in one office or the other in the government of the day. Not your next generation, your generation and generation unborn till all of you are being wiped out completely by the terrorists. You will never smell any seed without being a slave to them. I never knew that that's the future. That these are the things that the future holds. For me, for us, for those that are running out. Those days, every December, you will be at the park. There's no telephone. There's no, you only write letters. And the only way you will know that that letter has gotten to the person that you send it to is after months. Sometimes you write letter 1 year, 2 years, you've not gotten a reply back. Until this day, no sign of change. I used to be asking myself now, when I wanted to get married, I was afraid. Do you know where my fears are? Am I getting married now? What has changed in Nigeria? I see myself in a country that even if you build, you have 1 trillion today. That 1 trillion can be reduced, you can be reduced to a beggar in a split second. What empire are you going to build for your children that you will know that at least they have future? These are the things that whenever I remember that I'm going to get married, fear will grieve me. And today, when I now get married, 2014, I was asking myself, now that Mazi Nandekan is around the corner, I believe before I have my first issue and my second issue, Biafra will be here, and they will never have any experience of what we went through. I never knew that we'll have a very long way to go. I never knew we have a long way to go, that freedom and what we find ourselves in is not just come, I get them. That is something that every one of us will sacrifice everything and choose death. That is the only way to this thing that we are looking for. to that life of no up NEPA, that up NEPA will be cancelled. And now my children have learnt it. The up NEPA, they have learnt it. Including the little ones, they have learnt it. Even if you start Gen now, they will say up NEPA. They bring light, they will say up NEPA. And this is the stark reality that we have come to face. And there's nothing anybody would have done about it. If we continued to recycle these criminals in the system, it wouldn't have changed. It would have been business as usual. Rather, it will get worse and worse and worse and worse. It will get to a level that the only criteria for anyone to run for an office is if he can package the Gary. Oh, that one, we're in that era now. We will get to a level that they will now make a promise of that Gary. Nobody will use light and road to do a campaign again. No, that one will be outdated. Because that is something that you can never have. They will not be using, if you elect me, I will be packaging Gary with sugar. I will be putting sugar on my own. I will not put salt. I will put sugar and I will put salt by the side, and I will even add granite for you people, for all the people that will vote me in. That is the level that we would have gotten. And it will get to a point that even the Gary and the salt and the granite will not be used again for campaign. They will tell you to your face that they don't need you. That the only thing that they need, just like Hope Uzodinjo have told the Imolites and Biafrans, that the Biafrans are not needed for him to get back to office. Because he didn't come to office through the Biafrans. So he didn't need you to go back. This is one thing the caliphate, the jihadists, succeeded in doing in our land. Rendering you all handicapped. You cannot remove them, neither can you install them. Then you are as good as useless. Because every policy that will be coming from those people that have been installed by the caliphate must be a policy that is against you. And you will have nothing to do about it. And you can't even challenge the status quo that have come to kill you and kill your future. The worst situation you will find yourself in this life is when you are in a situation that your future is in jeopardy and there's nothing you can do about it. And there's no helping hand that is even coming to remedy the situation, that this suffering will end with you. That if they succeed in terminating your own career, your own destiny, that the destiny of your unborn and the young lads will not be terminated just like yours. But we'll find ourselves in a situation that had even with these people that have come to remedy the situation, they would have terminated our own, just the way they terminated our father's own and our forefathers' destiny. Many of them lived unfulfilled life. Many of them on their dying bed were groaning. Many of them who died lamenting. Many of them died with unfulfilled dreams. Many of them died without seeing that nation, Biafra, of their dream. And this is one thing that can never elude us. And this is one thing that can never take away from us. That is freedom. And this nation of Biafra that must come in our time. But for us to achieve this and avert this looming danger that is coming, we must have to do one thing and do it very well. And that is standing up on our feet against the jihadists and dismantling every of their stronghold, which is re-election, validating their presence in our land.
This is one thing we must do, and do it very fast. The earlier we do this, the better. The better for us. Many of us are in our 30s, 35, 40s, 50s, 70s, 60s. But the only hope that is left for us is this Biafra. But not mainly purposely for us, but for those that are coming after us. A German man said that they are old men, but they plant trees, not for themselves, but for those that are coming after them. That they are planting these trees, knowing fully well that they will not sit under the shield that that tree will give. But they know that one day, that those that will come after them will be under the shield, that they will need the shield of these trees to shield them from the sun. That they will sit under these trees to receive fresh air. And they planted it and prepared this conducive environment for the future. But those ones that you have are the ones that see the danger that is coming. And they say, for the fact that I'm going to be comfortable today, they can go to hell. It's none of my business. They can go to lagoon and die. Fulani can use their body to make pepper soup. Of what use is it going to be when I will not be there when it will be happening? This is the mindset of these demons we have at the corridors of power. And that is why the delegitimization is very, very necessary and essential, that it will be enforced to the letter. And that work is ongoing. At the end of this journey, at the end of this combat, at the end of this fight and the battle that have brought on our doorstep, humanity will never forget this generation of the Biafran. And you are going to be part of that generation that break the camel's back, that break the terrorist state of the jihadist Nigeria, and deliver the hope of a better future to the next generation of the Biafrans. Thank you so much, my brother Mazugo. Ugo Chukwu, you're welcome
Yeah,
back.
my brother, thank you so much.
You have the
Yeah,
mic.
thank you so much.
You
Thank
have
you,
the
my
mic.
brother. Thank you so much. You know, you all of you have spoken very well, and I know that the message is really sinking, because the more the message have been sent, the more some of us are trying to put call across and see if the message is really getting to the people where the message have been sent. But I think one of our sister asked a very vital question. The question she asked really got me. I think it's like an hour ago, but I was trying to, try to reason the question. Why would these people want to give you all the money in this world for you to stop this freedom of your people? Then that takes me back when our great leader, Dimo Dumogochukwu, tried all this. I was not born then. I don't even think my mother is up to. I don't know if my mother is up to the 10 years there. Or I don't know. I cannot figure it out. That is not what. But you see that these people will go extremely, even to the extent asking all our people to put all their money to the bank, which the letter gives some people. I'm not sure. I will not be 100% sure with kind of fraudulent and evil in the heart of the Zoological Republic of Animal, that each and every one of them got that 20 pounds back. And not even that, then deprive them, then deprive us from having a seaport, then deprive us from having a viable road, then deprive us from having a electricity, then deprive us even to get access to visa to another country. Consulate, just ordinary consulate in our states. You have to travel far and near. They made us like, I don't know, if not for the will of the gods for our land, some of us were able to find a place on this planet Earth and reason like a human. And not even that, then take away history. That in essence that you can never understand what is your left from your right. I remember the day the kind of wisdom in you, Charger, was saying that when you understand what Biafra is all about, when Ojukwu was buried, I was listening with careful interest. I was like, there are many here. There are many who are 40 outside there who don't know what Biafra represents. That is why when they give them fake narrative, fake a message, they take it out the way they send to them. So that brought me back to the message. What will make these people want to give you all the money on this earth to stop that freedom you are looking for? Spend billions to go and kidnap our leader? Putting bounty on a man like Mazi Simonet, a young man of a pride for any nation, any country of this world would love to have. It's just like some of our sisters here who are here speaking right now. Someone like a warrior queen. These people see this person in the airport tomorrow in Nigeria. They will find her, try that arrest her to kill her. You will ask yourself, why? Because she wants freedom. And you never ask yourself why. They will pay for all the hotels in the whole state just to keep the power. And you don't ask yourself, why will you give me such amount of money? Give me Martin Nandikaya, I'll give you $9 million. And you don't ask yourself, why are you giving me $9 million? Martin Nandikaya will buy you house in Dubai, in US, any part of the world you want. As a great man, he refused because he knows there is something. There is something. Now, see, Germans are creeping in, having meetings with Tulumbu, telling them how they can exchange their youth because they don't have youth in their places. But something tells me, I use Lagos as an example. Next month, from 22nd or from 20th, enter Lagos. That will tell you what Europe will look like when Biafra comes. From 20th of December, even from 15th, enter Lagos 24th, 25th December. You will understand what Europe will look like when Biafra comes. Their fear, the grip on them is too much. I know where I'm speaking from. I know where most of my brothers and sisters are speaking from. And none of them, Biafra will not come tomorrow. None of them want to stay in their countries and their children. That tells you all you have to know. And then they have to use our people to keep us stagnancy. And someone is telling me that if they show you money on your face, ask you to come and vote, or not even that, upon all that has happened from 2015 to date. I'm not even talking about 99 or whatever, which I was a kid. I don't even know what happened then. But for what has happened, Abiola and Co and the rest of them, Agri Euronsi, what has happened to these people? I'm talking about the one of 2015 to 2019. And somebody, somewhere, attacking Mazi Simonet, our prime minister, attacking the government. You know why? Because some people have a merchandise every 4 years. And these are people who are dumb ass in the brain. They don't think there is a way of survival. Only sitting on the blood of the people every 4 years. That is their source of income. Once that 4 years comes, or election of the governor election, that is when they make their money. They don't give a damn if you have that seaport. They don't give a damn if you have that electricity. They don't give a damn or if you have that viable road. They don't give a damn how many people Dangote, the monopoly bastard, illiterate moron, how many people the truck have killed in Biafra land? They don't care. They don't want to know. Nobody give a damn. None of them have ever think. How about these pregnant women in the rural areas that have never seen bus stop, talk less of transportation in their entire life? How are they managing to get to clinic? Sorry, there's no clinic at all. How are they surviving? How are they? How? How is their life? But they are so interested to watch Ifan Yuba and the children in UK. When the stupid children are sending message to village morons that they should support their ugly monkey father. To do what? To keep creeping people and keep sucking people. Then he come back to Imo State. The hour has come. You will see faces, ugly monkeys. Social media started being viable, bubbling. You start seeing faces of monkeys, interview from every corner. Useless monkeys from so-called POS are jumping out. Uchemefo, stupid idiots who call our leader the colossus of our time. You cannot do anything without the colossus of our time. He is the colossus. He is the beginning. He is the end. It's now going against the colossus. And you tell me these are Igbo men. I don't think Igbo men reason like this. He has freshened up, sitting on the back of a wall painted by white. He has gotten money. I heard him when Mazi was out. Just wait a few months, we see what will happen. That was when they were planning how to kidnap him. He and Obi. If I know Memenia. These idiots think that we have forgotten. And forget that no matter how much you hide, you're gonna jam people like us on the road. It doesn't matter in the airport, on the train station, on the transit. Bro, you're gonna collect. It doesn't matter. Our prime minister cannot even give order this one not to happen. You will meet men. Unless you will not travel, you will stay in that far corner of the world. If you know what you have caused to our people, after giving them hope, some was shot like an animal. Where they were kneeling and praying in high school. Is it in Paul? These idiots, they think that all of us, if as memenia, they think that command and control of us have been contributing since 2014 or 2013, constantly contributing. Nenyanya will stand on the radio shouting, whoa, 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 whoa. He praised my region where I belong. He praised them how good they are contributing. And one of those contributors, ask them, the lunatics from that region, they know, wasted people's money. They called for Anambra election when things are about to happen. Some were shouting solution. Professor, he's going to change the world. At the end of the day, he's a lunatic. I never believed them. I never believed them. But if I tell them that you should not do that, nobody will listen. Our prime minister shouted. They didn't listen. How can a man or a woman sit and understand that somebody is ready to give you? And this one called Ebukobi. Somebody is there giving you 14 million point something because you say that you have what is useless name of that is garbage church. I started to hate church people. I swear to God who made me. I normally used to have a soft mind. But this Emeka Obi of 18 or Ebuka Obi have taken somebody to the wall and to the elastic limit. They are ready to give you 40 million to go and talk to your members in the whole Imo state. Why are you paying that money? Why? If there is nothing damage you want to cause, why on earth? Everywhere killing. Just one man. The one they call making you hate you. From this, people think that one is normal. There is nobody, no single body that is contaminated by zoo that is a good person. It does not matter who you are. It does not matter who the person. If you have relative or friend who have ever worked with the zoo, forget that person. Do not take advice from that bastard, because they are all criminals. They have lost all the hope in life. Their brain are not functioning. They don't believe they can be able to achieve anything in life. Then did everything to cripple us. Look at Ibeto. All they have done to that man. It's not. I don't care about him, but they have started chasing him. Where on earth? Every corner they chase Biafran people, and somebody want to continue to validate voting election in under Nigeria is validating Nigeria in our territory, and which is a taboo and crime and debt to our people. They're not supposed to discuss about it. One of our brother made mention here that you don't need to beg anybody, and that is fact. You don't need to beg anybody. I saw somebody in Europe here, Scandinavia here, day before yesterday. He's doing his master's. He's washing dishes in the kitchen. He's telling me about, he's from Enugu State, and he's telling me about Imo State election. I asked him, he said that crowd is following Uzodinjo. I said, how do you know that? He said that some people, do you know that some people make fake crowd and sending to people in WhatsApp? I don't know how they identify uninformed bastards and sending it to their WhatsApp, and they are believing that crowd is supporting the man. And what next? He will tell you that as long as crowd is supporting him, just 4 years now, under that 4 years, 5,000, 6,000 people will be dead, or more than that. They don't even think about that one. Then pay you. Then pay so-called men of Satan to come and validate death for our people. Well, everybody have to make sure you get this in your brain. Why the money being paid to you? To stop your freedom. That's the question you need to ask yourself. This was the cost they did all of us. You run to abroad, or you run to Lagos, or you run to Abuja, and today they are demolishing everything that you run away from your own ancestral territory to go and build in another man's land. Lagos is the only viable place where you can bring a goose. But during the war, everything was sent through our own territory. To tell you how evil. Every reasonable Biafran man or woman doesn't supposed to associate himself with anybody that believes in one Nigeria. Even if your mother that give birth to you stand up say one Nigeria, give her a chance. If you try to convince her, if she refuses, you just have to give her a chance. It's very, very vital that everybody needs to think about this. Why this money being pushed into you all? Why the man of Satan, Kobi, aka man of God? Why the money given to him? And come to let them know that he have his church members in every family. In every family in Imo State. Why? That tells you all you need to know. That there are something is wrong somewhere. And you have to get your head straight. If it is to destabilize Imo State this time around, that nobody votes and nothing like vote happens, let them destabilize it. We will build it. Imo State, we will build it. We will make contribution every week, every month to rebuild it when Biafra come. Or even we don't need, I know that even the government is not capable to build it. We will build it. Give us paper, we'll sign. Destabilize Imo State. Level everything. These people don't understand the suffering. Money is not joy. There is no joy in another man's land. It does not matter. I want to give you an example. I keep saying it. There are some of our brothers all over the whole world. Their children is 18 years. They cannot step their foot in zoo, either they kidnap or being raped. The stories are there. Facts are there. They cannot be able to travel. 18 years. Do you know what the mother, if it's a white lady, will be telling their daughter? And when you come back, you eat in the same dining. You will be telling her something you idiot man does not know. If your father had a place, at least you could have been there. You are 18 years. From 1 to 18. But if you check if the mother is not originally from their base, he or she has visited their mother place multiple times. I'm talking with experience, not what they say to me. I'm talking with experience, not what somebody said to me. And I know many of you here have daughters, sons, 18, 19. They haven't stepped their foot in the Biafra land. Why? Because of one Nigeria, one zoo. Our brother was here talking about how that eat bodies. People, I saw it. They start eating human bodies. This was not their culture. This was not in their nature. This have never been happening because Fulani bring killings, bring carnage. Now everything have fallen apart. And this is what we did everything humanly possible. Not we, but the gods of our land keep producing Messiah to us. Because if our leader was captured, those working on the ground with politician criminals tell you that we are working on the ground, we keep contributing money. He has to know Memenia, command and control. And our prime minister, the gods of the land did not send our prime minister. We are doomed. Or if he didn't send another person to us, it doesn't matter what you're trying to say. I cannot do what he's doing. If you're out there saying you can do what he's doing, you are just fucking lying to yourself. You must be chosen from the gods of the land, from the high spirit to do this. And you have to understand that there's something special because offers will be given to you. Offers that you cannot resist. It was prophesied by our leader. And it's not difficult for you as a son of the soil or daughter of the soil to understand this, that offers will be given to you. But you are born with a Fulani and idiocy and moronic blood. You will collect it and sell out 9 million, 14,000, 14 million naira, garbage naira. I don't think that money is up to $10,000. I don't think so. Obeko Ebukobi have to come and tell them, come and tell our people, just a road. And this idiot, I think he do travel abroad. I think this idiot do travel abroad. And maybe most of his useless members. I'm sorry, but you guys are moron to follow such a person. I don't think that is why you people have problems in your families. Have big problems in your family. You cannot control your children because you cannot see far. You cannot see danger coming from far away. You cannot see this idiot moron called men of Satan. Everything has to be done to make sure that there will be no. There will be nothing like 5 people had voters card, 1 vote, 0. Hope Uzodinjo, you are finished. Even if you escape this time around, there are many people who will never let you breathe. And I pity for your family members. I am really pitying them. Because thank God the era of Jesus says slap you the other ear, turn the other side. Our people have started swearing it out. Then our people have to understand that the same Bible says that God destroyed a nation for Israel. You have to destroy for Biafra. Call me violent space. Call me violent person. Call me brutality. I don't care. I don't care because each and every one of us here have a bad story to tell. I saw my brother almost crying. My sisters are crying. Not just on air, all over the whole place. Even in the space they wrote to have fun. People are coming there to cry. I listen to all of them. A space they're supposed to come and have fun. I see them crying. Some take loan to go and buy goods for Christmas. Getting to the place, the goods are expensive 10 times than the loan you took. That means you are owing bank in a country, in a garbage. Who told you on earth that Nigeria is a country? Why our people are not informed? Number one, if you are able to understand that Nigeria is not a country, then you have to chase Hope to his room and get him in crowd without government in exile. If you be able to understand that Nigeria is not a country, that you are being deceived. There is no country. There is no country there. These are a bunch of gangsters who stand up and shout, in your mandate we stand. Those that went there to represent you, to fight for your will from the House of Representatives, collect your mandate, possibly, are going to sing a song of a criminal in US that was deported to Nigeria. His sons are there deceiving you because they need presidential jet to go and watch football and boxing. You don't think. Some people are glad to be a friend with such never do well children of garbage. Some people are so glad to be friends to such an idiotic, moronic, born throwaway children. I don't know. I don't know how can you be so glad to be a friend to such an idiotic people. You will see useless Yule Doche out there from the east sending message. I don't like Rufai Oseni. I don't like him. But you see somebody who cannot even control his family, giving out that because of a criminal holding house for Britain, holding a criminal community for British people. You are there to support him. Talking about integrity. What do you know about integrity? Integrity to that is why all of you have Nollywood. For over 20-something years, you don't have a hospital. You are so rich online. 5 billion, what $100 billion. When he's sick, he started begging for money. The most stupid human beings on the planet Earth. Nollywood, you tell us you make billions in a year. You don't have a viable hospital to treat those that in the movie industry. And you tell me these are human beings, lower than animals. They don't even reason. They don't reason from the outside the box. Their biggest actors in force it. You see them online, begging for money, disgracing the land of the ancestors. The world, how intelligent the world. Do you know how intelligent the world are? Because they're watching you. They're just watching you. The whole part of the world is watching you. You will be doing something in your local village. You don't know that there are people who have set up camera on you or informants on you. A big as Nollywood, you don't have a hospital. Every 4 years, you come and support an idiot in a criminal empire called Nigeria. That's why you go out, you go to seek for visa. I saw a man selling stockfish, billions dollar stockfish in Aba. He said to me, he has go to pastor to pray to get a Norwegian visa. He could not get it. He has go to Juju. How can you fucking get it? Because you are coming with a passport a criminal passport. Who's gonna give him this at a country, a viable country like Norway? That a child is born today, he will be paying equivalent of, what are you talking about? 60,000 naira from the day he was born to 18 years. 18 years, if she doesn't have a job, they will give her a house. Find a job for her. If they don't find a job, government will pay her till she gets a job. You want to take your stupid, green, criminal empire passport, you want to get their visa to get your ass. How much do you have? How much do you have to go there? What a shameless people. On Saturday, you want to bring your ass to disgrace us all over the whole world. In the name, we want to vote one idiotic moron. I remember one of our brothers made a statement here that this guy said that this is a. I remember very well when he bring all the old fools, Igwes without offer. He was telling them that this time around, the authorities are coming to our hands. We have to hold it tight. I remember very well. The same day he said that mothers and fathers should go and remove their daughter and children. He's going to bomb there. Look at an idiot talking about bombing. Without criminal empire, can you be a local god? Can you be a kindred chairman? But you are the chairman of Governors Forum, in where we all come from. Things fall apart. Nobody listen. When you think about these people, you can't. How can you? Most of us don't even speak, but you force us to be a speaker. We were forced to speak. I'm somebody that I can stand with you for the whole day. I will not talk to you. But we need to talk just for you to get the message. And glory be to Chukwu Kitabiama that the message was sinking. And thank God for our soldiers who are making it possible on the ground. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You never ask yourself, why am I being paid? Why am I being given money? Why is it that hotels have to be booked for billions? With these billions, you know that you can build a factory that can employ all these students in 4 hours job, part-time job to help their family and help themselves. With that billions you spend in a hotel, you can use it, demolish that useless mosque, that criminal body cells, and that body cells building in Douglas Road. Build a massive factory that can employ all the students, give them 2.5 hours job, 2.5 hours job. You will get 200,000 people employed. Of course, how can a monkey reason? How do you expect a monkey to think about that? Ebuka will tell you that I instructed for roads to my father's house. Thunder fire you and fire your father's house. I wish I meet this kind of people, man. I wish. I wish. Of course, you cannot meet me because you are so local with your garbage church. I know you will go to your coven to go and call. Your coven will not work because I can't need your child. And if what you don't know is bigger than you, don't think that those with their genuine heart, they are with their clear eye. None of us with our clear eye. None of us. None of us. That is genuine. Wish well for our prime minister. Think about our people. That is with genuine eye. That is one thing you don't know. Pray that some of us doesn't happen to be that everybody have to carry gun. Pray. Pray. If you know how to pray, pray. Pray that you never come to that extent that we have to fly home and pick up arms against each and every one of you. Pray. Because without order, I would take each and every one of you down. My own wish that Nigeria should go down in flame. Let everybody go with 20 pounds. Hausa go with 20 pounds. Oduduwa go with 20 pounds. Biafra go with 20 pounds. Fulani perish in pieces. After 63 years, we can count scores and population from different nations. I stop here, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother Ugo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother Ugo. Everything you said here is agreed, is correct as it should be. But I tell you what, Biafrans, we are not going to keep our mouth closed anymore. It happened 4 years ago when Hope Uzodinjo was installed, selected by the enemies. We kept quiet. Nobody raised an eyebrow. Today, we are all going to speak. If you are not speaking, you are a coward. You don't belong with us. You are not part of us. Biafrans, we must stand up and reclaim our land. The best thing that will happen to you, Biafrans, make sure you fight and take your land, because the enemy, the vulture, is here to take, to destroy, to kill, to maim. We cannot sit and watch. Not anymore. Biafrans, rise up now. It is now or never. It is now or our lives are gone. We are not going to watch enemies take our land, take what belongs to us, take the land that our forefathers left for us. We cannot. We must speak loud with our voices. We must tell it to the mountain. We must say it. Say it. Nothing will happen. Nobody will kill you. Say it anywhere you are. Fight on the street. Anywhere you are. You see our people. When you mention Biafrans, you see them yapping, talking rubbish. These are animals, idiots. They don't know, they don't see the future. But I tell you, we see the future. We see if we keep quiet, we are all gone. Sometimes I ask